大家好，欢迎来到我们 AI 领导力训练的第6天。那今天我们的技能呢，就是谈判。说真的，我没有谈判的经验呢，但是我们今天来学习一下吧。
Okay, I will act as your leadership coach. Let's start with your first scenario, focused on a tech startup environment, with you as the CEO and an intermediate level of complexity. Scenario: your tech startup has developed an innovative AI powered healthcare app. You've secured seed funding, assembled a small but talented team, and are preparing for a beta launch. However, two key team members, the lead developer and the marketing head, have conflicting opinions on the launch timeline. The developer insists on delaying the launch to fix bugs, while the marketing head is pushing for an immediate launch to capitalize on a market opportunity. Your challenge: you need to make a leadership decision that addresses the concerns of both parties, mitigates risk, and keeps the team motivated and aligned. Leadership decisions to make. 1. How
这个不是我们想要的，我们想要的是谈判，不是内部解决分歧啊。内部解决分歧，我们做了很多遍。先设定是与外部的团体去做谈判。
Okay, I will act as your leadership coach. Let's start with your first scenario, focused on negotiation in a tech startup environment. Scenario: you are the CEO of a rapidly growing tech startup that has developed a cutting edge AI tool. Your company is in negotiations with a larger corporation for a potential acquisition. The larger corporation has made an initial offer, but it significantly undervalues your startup. Challenges: you need to negotiate a higher valuation that reflects the true potential of your AI tool. You also need to ensure the acquisition terms align with the interests of your team and the long term vision of your company. There are rumors that a competitor is also interested in acquiring your startup. Leadership decisions. 1. How do you approach the negotiation process? 2. What strategies do you use to communicate the value of your startup to the larger corporation? 3. How do you balance the short-term need for funding with the long-term vision for your company? 4. How do you handle the rumor of a competitor being interested in acquiring your startup? Take some time to consider your approach, and then tell me what you would do in each of those situations.
大概是说，就是一个科技的小企业，准备被一个大企业收购，但是价格压得非常的低。要怎么平衡短期的资金需要跟长远的发展目标？另外另外其他的大企业也要准备想要收购我们，怎么去做？其实也应该不太难吧，这个没有太多的细节。当与那家大企业谈判的时候，我也会就说到有另一家就是大企业也是很对我们有兴趣的，然后他的出价也是会比你这个出价来得高，我相信你对我们来到这个谈判你一定是有意诚意的，但是这个价格我们是不能接受的。呃有一点低了然后我想到我们这一个公司以后的发展的话，肯定是你的价格的就是起码的50到100倍的增长的然后在你兼聘了我们之后，我也想留着我在这个团队之中的一个领导的角色，就是可以在与你的企业的其他资源去接轨的同时，我想领导我的团队，然后实现我这个长远对这个就是软件的一些发展的目标，因为我的眼光是长期的，是在10年以后，在20年以后。我们有想达到的东西，我们不是只是需要资金，我们也需要就是有一个人，就是我能够带领着整个团队去发展到他应该去发展的地方。 我们会与你们详细在研究怎么去兼聘你们所有的资源，会帮我们做得更加的大。我知道我们近期来说是有这个资金的需要的。那你也要加
Okay.
在你的计划当中然后我们再要谈谈那个收购的价格。
Okay, that was a good initial response. You've shown a lot of confidence and strategic thinking. Here's an evaluation of your response. Strengths: assertive communication. You directly and confidently stated that your startup is being courted by another company offering a higher price. This creates a sense of urgency and highlights the value of your company. Clear valuation. You clearly communicated that the initial offer was too low. You also suggested a very significant growth potential for your company. Long-term vision. You emphasize that your vision extends beyond immediate funding needs. You highlighted the importance of your team and your continued role in the company. Negotiation leverage. You are using the competitor offer as a leverage point. Constructive feedback and improvement suggestions. Quantifiable metrics. While you mentioned significant growth potential, try to bring some data or quantifiable metrics to back up your claims. For example, project future revenue, users or subscribers, market share, etc. That adds credibility. Open communication. You stated that you want to stay on after acquisition, which is good. However, remember to emphasize the importance of open communication and a smooth transition post-acquisition. Specificity on resources. You mentioned that you want access to their resources. Be more specific on what resources you would like and how those resources are going to benefit your company. For example, access to research teams, better technology, etc. Balanced approach. While highlighting the competitor's offer is smart, be careful not to sound too confrontational. Keep a balance between assertiveness and collaboration. Actionable advice. 1. Data-driven approach. Prepare a slide deck for future negotiations that show projected growth in revenue, users, and market share. 2. Resource prioritization. List out key resources that you will need from the acquiring company. Prioritize these and focus the conversation around them. 3. Communication plan. Create a detailed communication plan for your team during this transition to ensure that they feel secure. Reflection, exercise. Think about the key points you wanted to convey. Were they presented clearly and concisely? Did you feel prepared during the response, or did anything catch you off guard? Now, what is your next step? What would you like to work on?
他就说了，就是我要他公司的什么，比如是研发部门的人才，就是基础发展我们的科技，还有可能是他们市场部门的人，还有他们一些就是大额度就是采购一方面的东西，可以降我们的成本。那他是也是这时候才想到了，到时候没有想得到。然后就是要催一些数据，因为我们这个是假定的情况嘛，那就是比如是将来营收的数字，呃，或者是我们对于将来这个公司的估值是怎么做出估计的，就是那个数字是什么的。还有他说了一点就是，我们说了，就是也有他的竞争对手，会考虑与我们兼并，但是要平衡这个合作的态度跟这个比较就是直接自信的态度，那我会问他一下。你说到那个比较直接自信的态度和一个合作的态度的平衡，那具体上是要怎么做呢？
That's a great question. It's important to find that balance between confidence and collaboration. Here's how you can achieve that balance. Directness with a collaborative tone. We approach. Instead of using I or my company statements, use we to include both your team and the acquiring company. This fosters collaboration by showing you are thinking about both sides. For example, say, we need to work together on, instead of, I need this resource. Listen actively. Listen carefully to their points of view. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Respond to their questions and show empathy. This will make them more likely to work with you. Value their expertise. Show that you respect their expertise and highlight how your team can benefit from their skills. By acknowledging their strengths, you make them more receptive to yours. Frame requests as mutual benefit. Rather than just demanding what you want, explain how your requests will also benefit them. For example, if you want a specific resource, explain how this resource can accelerate the growth of the combined entity. Examples. Instead of saying, your offer is way too low, say, we see a lot of potential in this deal, but we believe that the valuation should reflect our growth projections. Can we discuss how our future growth will impact both of our companies? Instead of saying, I need to have access to all of your resources, say, we believe that access to your resources would greatly benefit this transition, helping us to achieve our long-term goals for both of our companies. Instead of saying, I will stay as a team leader, say, we can achieve our shared goals if I stay on to lead the team, and we integrate our strategies and visions. Actionable advice. Practice active listening. During your practice negotiation conversations, actively listen to what the other person is saying. Summarize their point of view before you give your answer. Use we statements. Make a conscious effort to use we statements in your conversations. Think about both sides are going to benefit from each of your requests. Ask open-ended questions. Ask more open-ended questions such as, how do you think we can achieve this together? This will lead to more collaborative conversations. Reflection exercise. Think about times when you have been overly assertive or too passive. What were the outcomes and how could you have balanced your approach differently? Do you want to practice this approach in a new scenario, or do you want to focus on another leadership skill?
他就崩溃了哈。那之前呢，我还没有说，就是之前呢，他要说是我们也交界这个公司小公司的一个细的计划，就是也要对我们的同公司的职员，就是同事要说明白，不然那个交界就会混乱。呃他说了怎么去平衡那个语气，就是要用我们，就是我们有那些资源之后，就是会怎么去帮助到我们将来的发展呢之类的，呃还有就是这个估价，呃我很相信我们公司将来的潜力，呃，但是我们也要把这个潜力计算到我们的估价当中。如果是我们共同成长的话，那这个估价是会怎么样呢？就是多用一些呃嗯怎么说，就是不是的开放式问题，就是他会这些问题会比较邀请到对面去合作。要称赞他们的专长，他们的强项，说这些强项会怎么样帮助到我们的整体呢？应该是说整体会怎么帮助到，要有同理心，就是这样。我学到了很多，希望你也学到了一两样东西吧，在这里。那下次呢，我还会试一下其他的技巧，就是领导力的技能。那可能是走完一周之后，我们才回来，就是再重温一下现在我们走过的一些技能，还有就是选一个更难的版本去打它，就是跟打电话一样，电游戏一样，就是打完了一遍之后回来再做二周目。哈哈，那谢谢你的聆听，我们下期再见，拜拜。